Impossible.
Just gonna die in the end.
Okay, guys, I wanted to at least one more time make sure you got to bathe in all this magnificent sexiness before my channel potentially disappears from this platform altogether, which just seems just, I'm sorry, I get a little verklempt, so cruel to all of you to deprive you of this when YouTube has not only stated yesterday that I'm too sexy for their platform, they reaffirmed it overnight. They doubled down on this incredible sexiness. And now I fear, my concern is, they might take it away from all you guys. Let me explain to you why. I'm sure most of you saw the video yesterday. I posted, I'll make it very brief, posted a reaction video to a Meat Canyon video that has a ton of other people already reacted to it. Meat's video itself is still up, and for some reason mine was found to have violated their community guidelines and said specifically, pornographic or sexually explicit content that is meant to be sexually gratifying is not allowed on YouTube. I'm way too sexually gratifying. What did I do then? I made the bonehead call of having all you guys comment in the comment section, and now YouTube has proof that I'm way too sexually gratifying. I've helped them. So, overnight last night, I get this. We reviewed your content carefully and have confirmed that it violates our sex and nudity policy. We know this is probably disappointing news. It's maddening news. It's stupidity. It's insanity. It's ridiculous news. It's way more than disappointing. But it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. So if you come to my channel to watch a reaction to that video, we got to make sure you stay safe. If you go to one of the, couple thousand others that have made a reaction to it, screw your safety. Take your own chances because of this. Again, that is the only reasonable explanation, is this face is too sexually gratifying to all of you. That's the only difference between my reaction videos and the other reaction videos. Now, my concern is, and it could be ill-founded, I honestly don't know. This is really suspicious, and you guys are aware that some time ago, I should have brought up that graph. If you want me to sometime, I'll show you guys the graph of our channel's progression and how right around the start of the pandemic last year, whoom, we got cut off. That's when whatever took place, if you want to call it shadow banning, whatever you want, took place. Since then, we've had nothing but issues with YouTube. We've had things like this. We've had the 24-hour live stream, for those of you who don't know, is demonetized and doesn't exist. They demonetized a video that does not even exist and never did. Because as the live stream was going, I didn't know if you go over 24 hours, YouTube won't post it. So it was never posted when the stream was over, yet it got demonetized. And for those of you that were there, you can attest to the fact that that 24-hour live stream was probably the most family-friendly, wholesome thing we've ever done. There is absolutely zero reason to have demonetized it in any way, shape, or form, let alone the fact that it doesn't fucking exist. There is no video of that. So don't, nobody try and tell me that this is normal conditions that we're dealing with here. So basically, I am concerned that this is a precursor. I've already been warned that I'm a violator of the community guidelines policy, and if it happens again, now we will be banned for a week where we can't upload, live stream, or anything. And it just seems like it could be the obvious stepping stone towards going from shadow banning to saying, hey, let's just get this guy the fuck off here. So I wanted to make sure and let you guys know what was going on, just in case that were to happen. And oh, trust me, by the end of this video, I'm going to hit them with some serious sexiness. If they don't consider this video sexually gratifying by the time I'm done with it, then there is no such thing. But the last thing I'll keep you posted on is I've been in contact with YouTube. They did respond to me on Twitter. I'm going to read you guys that in fairness, let you know what's being said. I did compile a list of attorneys I was going to be contacting. Well, it's in this list here. Let me bring it up for you. I'll show you guys so you can keep up with everything that's going on. Now that wouldn't be it. That would be my Twitter right here. Okay, I'll read it off to you real quick. Yesterday, when it first happened, I wrote, "Okay, Team YouTube, help me out with this one. I just tried to post a reaction to Meat Canyon's Space Jam season video. The original vid is still up on YouTube, as it should be, and there are many reactions already posted, but mine gets this," and I showed the action they took. And then I wrote, "So I can assume the vision of my face in the video is what caused it to be sexually gratifying, or is your system just insanely broken?" Because you guys know I have to put in things like that because I'm fun. So YouTube did write back. They said, "Thanks for the tag. We recommend waiting for the decision email since you've already requested human review." That I'll give them. Yeah, probably. "Also, due to COVID-19, we're currently operating with a limited support team." Seems like, why would your support team be limited? This is certainly work one could do remotely, but I digress. "Many of our normal review processes may experience delays. Reach back out if needed." So now I wrote back this morning after I got the notification that my appeal had been denied. "At Team YouTube, okay, got the determination back and I was found to have violated your terms of service. Again, a litany of the exact same types of reaction videos remain in place on your platform. YouTube cannot claim to be unaware, as I pointed this out in my appeal. As suddenly a huge number of people in my community have complained about notifications no longer being sent, being unsubscribed, etc., it seems apparent that there is indeed a process to quote-unquote target certain channels. I've begun compiling a list of new media attorneys and will be reaching out with all the details, as this has harmed me financially in ways far beyond the YouTube itself. If nothing else, I believe this will be a path to discovering in court just exactly how your processes work. I will await my soon-to-be levied next strike." Now, Team YouTube did write back just a little bit ago, 53 minutes ago. "If you want to go through legal channels, please feel free. Note we can't continue talking with you or represent a party without your lawyer present." That I understand, which we can't verify on Twitter. "Otherwise, we can try and get this sorted out without getting legal teams involved." And that's fair enough, but why would I think that there was anything to work out? I'd already appealed and you denied it. So I wrote back to them and said, "That's entirely your call. I haven't yet had opportunity to begin contacting potential representation. This isn't a bluff. It's going to take me a couple hours to write up all the details. Listen, if I'm hiring a lawyer, you guys know me. I'm as wordy when it comes to the written word as I am verbose when it comes to the spoken word. I'm going to write down every tiny little detail and submit it to them. I haven't yet had the opportunity to begin contacting potential representation. However, I already filed the appeal with YouTube and was denied. If there's something more that can be done, I'm willing to find out what it may be before moving forward legally." I think that's fair on my part. This says show it's just somebody else commenting on an issue they had also with Team YouTube. It wasn't from Team YouTube themselves responding. So now it's a wait and see game. As I said, this this sexy face, too sexy for the platform, and I almost forgot to take down the thing that was blocking it. How ridiculous of me. But yes, I have begun. I can even tell you the ones. Let's see. I have Gamma Law and Ethan Wall and Arent Fox are the three lawyers or legal teams that I've designated to contact that handle new media issues such as this. Will I do it? Absolutely. Of course I'm going to go through with it. But why would I think? I mean, YouTube writes back and says, well, maybe we can work this out. Isn't the appeal process how you work this thing out? And supposedly somebody on their end looked at it and said, nope, it's still no good, despite everybody else being able to do it. And the thing is, that can't be understated. There's tons of reaction channels out there. There's tons of YouTube channels out there. I have no way to be able to operate my channel with any level of functionality if I have to be more careful about what I post than does everybody else in the competing fields. I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous. And as I said, as far as financial harm, we are supported mostly. I mean, I am supported mostly by our Patreon, the Goosh. Most everybody that finds us over at the Goosh, at our Patreon, come here through YouTube. So when you make it impossible for me to have any type of reach with YouTube, you not only affect any income I may generate from YouTube, you also affect the income I may be able to generate from my other interests as well, most notably Patreon. So this is like a really big, and why is this hard? How can they get, I just don't understand how, if an actual person really read my appeal, and I said specifically in there that there are a litany of other reaction videos to the same content, and they see that and say, well, no, it violates our terms of service. How can the others not? And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to get anybody else taken down. I'm trying to prove the absurdity. They shouldn't be taken down. And if they were, that's even more absurd, because there's way more sexually suggestive things on YouTube all over the place. And we all know that. Well, maybe not more sexually suggestive than my face, but certainly more sexually suggestive than Meat's video. So this whole thing is a big tub of shit right now. But let's see if YouTube actually gets back to me. If not, again, I'm going to be spending a lot of my time over the next couple days getting all the information, getting all the dates straight, getting all the graphs printed out and everything, so I can send in a package to one of these legal teams, and I'm going to get representation. But we'll see. Again, maybe they do have a means of taking care of it. But even if it does get taken care of, I got to admit, it's a very tentative relationship I would have with YouTube right now. Is it going to stop me from posting what I think falls within the parameters of what is safe? No, I'm still going to post what I want. I'm not going to violate their terms of service any more than I did with this one, because I'm not going to cower to that. It's not going to happen. If they want to come get me, they're going to come get me. If this is an honest series of mistakes, it's quite a coincidence. Let's find out. Let's see when Team YouTube gets back to us and what they let us know. But I will keep all you guys posted. And now, just to make sure, just to see how serious they are, I'm going to give you the most sexual gratification you guys will ever, I was going to say you guys will ever get on YouTube. You guys will ever get. Period. There's a period at the end of that sentence right there. There it is. Now, look at this. I'm going to dance my titties for you. Is anybody left anything but very, very moist right now? I don't think so. I'm sure of it.